Welcome, everyone. We're doing the Mercury retrograde group repatterning. Today is 8/28/2022. And I'm going to let Kaylin tell us the exact dates because I know September, but the date is just, it's floating out of my head in the moment. So welcome, everyone. My name is Terry Bybee. I've been doing that. We were just talking about, I've been doing these Mercury retrograde repatternings for at least 10 years. 10, 12 years, we were kind of figuring it out. On and off, we've taken a little break here and there. And one of the main reasons I do this is because I need it. The Mercury retrograde tends to really affect me pretty strongly. And there's the, the positive and the negative sides of that. Of course, what we most notice is the negative. So since I feel myself spiraling sometimes with the Mercury retrograde, I know I'm going to need to do a session to help get me in alignment for the highest and best in the Mercury retrograde. And this work is so powerful, the resonance repatterning. Why wouldn't I share it? Let everyone benefit. And as we were just talking about before we started recording, benefit the world. So individually, as a group, and then the world. Why not spread the love? So that having been said, is there anything more? I will again mention that this is a recording. So if you are online while we're recording, please keep yourself muted unless I invite the group in because there's some kind of group resonance needing actual engagement. For those of you that are kind of new, I'll just show you real quickly. So this is a non-linear process. We've got everything from orientation to problems and opportunities, intentions for new pattern, intentions for a new possibility. We have about 50 different repatternings that have specific focus, everything from birth repatternings to chakra repatternings. I mean, there's just everything. And then I have a wealth of modalities, spiral up tools. I've got 200 something spiral up tools that can also come into play. We go through the process and identify those things that are problems that are hanging out in our field. And then we also speak out those things that we want, our intentions that we're not fully aligned with, or they'd be fully in our field. So through the process, this is a quantum physics type process. Through the process, we actually, through that identification of both the non so great, non-coherent, and the positive, the coherent, we actually get the opportunity to shift our resonance, our actual vibration at the DNA level, and bring those things in that we want and release those things that we do not want. So as we go through the process, I actually write everything down so I can identify those initial things. We do a modality, and then we have the opportunity to see the shift because we go through the statements again and see what has shifted. And 99.99999% of the time, everything shifts. Every once in a blue moon, we need some integration time. And so it may be a couple of days, a week, a month, but it always shifts. You will always notice something. We'll talk about how you can watch for those things at the end of the session. If you have questions, I ask you to hold it to the end of the session so that we can actually stay in the flow of the energy while we're going through the section, stay in the group energy and not get pulled one way or another. But questions are welcome at the end. Checking in to see if there's anything else I need to share. I don't think so. All right, so if you have questions, please, at the end, let me know. All right, so that having been said, Kaylin, give us the scoop.
I will. I just also want to say if people have questions and you're afraid you won't remember them, you could always type them into the chat so they could be
Absolutely.
addressed later. Yeah. Because sometimes I'll have a question in the moment, but then things go on and then I forget and that anyway. So, so just that suggestion. And I was also having this moment of going, I just love the fact that we can do this on Zoom now because when we were doing it before, it was on a conference line years ago, and so we couldn't see each other, and this is just awesome. So it's just so great to see so many beautiful souls here to share this with us. So Mercury retrograde, there are a lot of opinions about it. It's good. It's not good. It's not bad. It's, that people have these, but it can be disruptive. And the whole point and what's really happening is that as Mercury is traveling across the sky, it appears to start retracing its steps over the same stars that's just passed. And then it starts going forward again. Um, and what happens is that it's like a deepening. It's an opportunity to go deeper in. But because we live in a left brain consensus reality, we tend to operate more from a logical, linear, rational brain experience. When Mercury goes retrograde, it's disruptive because it activates more of a right brain experience. And so if you're really used to tracking in a linear way, it can be really challenging. Some people, and I have met them, love Mercury retrograde. Because it's like when they feel like people actually hear them, when their communication is the best, and when things can really happen. And it's also, I think, a super powerful time to be creative in a non-linear way. So we tend to think, well, there's a linear way to do things. There's a certain, logical, rational way to do things. Mercury retrograde, not necessarily. It's a time to really experiment and play with and have fun with that. So in 12 days, Mercury's going retrograde. Part of the reason we're doing this a little bit earlier and is because we can definitely feel the effects of the Mercury getting ready to station retrograde prior to, and I'm leaving on a trip, so so we kind of had to do it now or never sort of thing to get it done in plenty of time for the retrograde. And what is so it's going to go retrograde in Libra. And I've written articles about this. You can go to my website, celestialtimings.com or kaylencastell.com, and just put in the search Libra, Mercury, Virgo, Mercury, and you'll find the articles that goes into greater detail about what this is and how we can work with it. But we could imagine that Libra is all about how do we consciously collaborate, communicate, express, be in relationship with ourselves and with each other. And so when Mercury's going retrograde, the deeper look in Libra is the deeper look is into that expression of like how are we in communication with ourselves and each other in the best ways possible, and if not, what do we need to do a resonance repatterning around. Now, something that's really fascinating, this when it stations direct, it will be in Virgo, and that'll happen in October. On September 22nd, at the day of the equinox, when the sun reaches 0 Libra, Mercury will be at 0 Libra. It's like that's such a powerful point. So I find this Mercury retrograde is really singing to me in a certain way around the possibilities of what we can be experiencing. Because if we think of the equinox point, it is equal day and night. It is the season of the year. And so 0 Libra is a seasonal, as the signs of seasons, it represents the season of the balance of day and night as we're heading towards, in the northern hemisphere, we're heading towards winter. But in the southern hemisphere, they're heading towards summer, so their seasons are opposite. And whenever Mercury, especially retrograde, is with the sun, it's in a metamorphic, transformational place. And it is the opportunity for something completely new and different that we've never even anticipated before, coming into awareness, into our consciousness, into our understanding, that kind of thing. And so with the sun at that 0 Libra point, at the equinox point, then it's even more empowered by a seasonal shift, by a shift into the season, the next season, or that, the equinox time, balancing that equal balance thing that can happen. So that equal balance of day and night. And so I was just going to look it up really quick because I forgot the exact date. I'm with you on that, Terry, like I don't always remember things exactly. So why is it not telling me? Okay, I should be able to get it and it's not coming up. All right, well, I'll find it and I'll
We'll
tell you
figure
at
it
the
out.
end when it goes direct. So yeah, that's what I got.
Oh, and real quickly, because I forgot to mention this, and Kaylin didn't do it for herself. So Kaylin was my mentor and teacher when it came to shamanic astrology. And so she is a master, has her, obviously has her own business, etc., has her own websites. So feel free to check her out for more information around that. And I highly recommend that you actually sign up for her monthly celestial timings, because it really gives you insight into what's going on in the skies that can affect you more directly. And for myself, I'm the owner and founder of Women Who Risk and the the Risk Repatterning Initiative. Can't even remember my own names right now. So I do a lot of the energetic, holistic side of things, as well as doubling in the astrology. I'm certified, but I will bow to Kaylin when it comes to any questions around that
So I just
sort of
want to
thing.
say thank you, Lori Ray, for telling us it's October 1st when it goes direct in Virgo.
All
So
right, thank you.
that's awesome. Another astrologer. It's so good to help each other out. So thank you.
All right, so let's get started in the actual session. And again, thank you, Kaylin. Thank you for partnering with me, and thank you for that information for today. So Joya, if you would unmute, I'm going to, as the voice of the group, Joya is going to actually repeat the statements as we go along. So I'll ask her to repeat. I invite you to do the same behind your mute button. It just keeps you a little more present, because you can kind of float away a little bit once we get the energies moving. So it keeps you present. It makes you feel a little more involved. Whether you do or not, you are absolutely here. You're absolutely involved. So it's not a necessity. So with that in mind, Joya, I have your permission for you and the group to check your systems?
Yes. Sorry. Yes.
All right, here we go. So for the group's highest and best, we're going to start with orientation. We are. So with orientation, we need to hear something from the summary. We don't. We're going to get right into it. We need orientation to self. We do. And so here as well, where I will start writing things down. So we need something from A, B, C, D. Trust and love is needed. And it's others, yes. So I do use kinesiology. It's resonance kinesiology to check things as we go throughout, checking for statements, checking for words, checking for the direction. And it's the group that guides it. So it's our collective that tells us where to go. I'm like the tour guide. You guys are the bus drivers. Or maybe y'all are the bus and Joya is the bus driver. I don't know. It's something like that. So Joya, if you will say, I have confidence in myself.
I have confidence in myself.
And I trust my inner knowing.
And I trust my inner knowing.
I love myself and others.
I love myself and others.
And I feel loved by others.
And I feel loved by others.
Okay, so in the moment, we're off for that energy, and not unexpected, because those intentions are going to come up because they are ready to shift for us. And I'll just remind you, you are welcome to be saying the statements as well behind your mute button. All right, let's see what else we need. We need something more here. We do. We need E, F, G. Appreciation is needed. We're going to need to do this for the group. We are. So it's this. All right, so right here at the very beginning, I'm going to ask you to unmute your phones, and as well as you can, one person at a time, respond to the question. And I will ask you to speak it, because I will not have time to check the chat. So the question is, what do you appreciate about yourself and any positive changes you've experienced recently? What do you appreciate about yourself and any positive changes you've experienced recently?
For myself, Lori Ray, I appreciate the ability to go with the flow with the unexpected. And the change recently is getting my brain unstuck in order for me to get back on the train to get my online second level classes going for astrology.
All right. Thank you very much. And I'll just say that you all can keep it a little bit general, because your systems will know the specifics. So I captured the kind of the general statement that Lori said. And there's one piece I want to get that I didn't quite get written down. And I only write so fast, so the nice slow cadence is really helpful to me as well. Okay. Who else wants to speak something out? What do you appreciate about yourself? Go ahead.
My tenaciousness, and that I am continuing to allow myself to be embodied as I began with the degree last year, and to follow through and follow up.
I can feel our energy stirring. If you notice me start to change colors, yeah, I'm feeling the energy already. So just turning a little bit red, I can feel it. And I breathe and hold the space for everyone. All right. Who else wants to share something? Go ahead, Chuck.
I'd like to say that I appreciate my kindness and caring, and that I am working on being more sensitive to other people's needs and feelings.
Thank you. Who else?
I would like to say I appreciate about myself that I'm getting stronger in creating and demanding that boundaries I set are respected.
All right.
Can you hear me?
Yes. I don't know who
Okay.
said that, but yes, I heard you.
I appreciate my resilience and my willingness to look inside and see my part that I play in communication problems, and accept that always I'm the one creating it.
All right. We need to list something more. We do. Someone else has something they want to talk about that they appreciate about themselves, a change they've experienced recently. Carol, do I see your hand?
Yes, I am appreciating my connection with nature, and I have recently hit a place of deep fear about walking into the unknown, but I'm currently feeling very proud of myself for the way I am moving through this.
All right, 1 second. Let me get that down. All right. Oh, that got a little heart energy around that. We need to list something more. We actually don't. And if you do have something, don't worry. Speak it in your mind into the field. As I go through, I'm going to check for those key statements that we as a group need for transformation. So once again, if it's not chosen, it is not negating the statement. It's still in the energy field. So just breathe. It's really okay. So I'm going to check to see which ones. There is a primary or primary. There is. Every once in a while, it's all of them. But today, we're going to see what the keys are. So it's this. Okay, this is together. So we need this. Yes. This. So about half are key to our transformation in the moment. So once again, I'm going to ask Joya to speak it for the group, and you all can speak it for yourselves behind the mute button. So Joya, say, I appreciate my tenaciousness.
I appreciate my tenaciousness.
That is all. Oh, I did forget to check one thing. These can be checked together. No. Okay. I appreciate that I follow through and follow up.
I appreciate that I follow through and follow up.
And that is off. Say, I appreciate my kindness and caring.
I appreciate my kindness and caring
and being more sensitive to others' needs and feelings.
and being more sensitive to others' needs and feelings.
And that is all. Say, I appreciate that I'm getting stronger with my boundaries
I appreciate that I'm getting stronger with my boundaries
and being respected.
and being respected.
And that is off. And remember to have your phone muted, please. Say, I appreciate walking through my fear.
I appreciate walking through my fear.
And that is off. What an interesting combination of statements. Love it. All right. So let's see where we go next. We need something more in this section. We do not. We need something here. We do. So orientation to others is also needed. We need A. This is about feeling welcomed. And it's this. All right. Say, I feel welcomed, loved, and accepted.
I feel welcomed, loved, and accepted.
My presence brings pleasure to others.
My presence brings pleasure to others.
I welcome others with pleasure.
I welcome others with pleasure.
Off for the moment. Need something from B? We do. So entrainment is needing, and we were actually talking about that earlier. Working as a group, entrainment, you ramp up the energy, right? It's exponential. So here's our statement. Say, we pulse together for trust and understanding.
We pulse together for trust and understanding,
Bonding with love.
bonding with love,
And attaining a higher state of vitality and joy.
and attaining a higher state of vitality and joy.
And that is all. We need something from C, from D. Orientation to time is needed. We need A, we need B, pacing ourselves. Say, I pace myself.
I pace myself,
Staying in rhythm with my own best timing.
staying in rhythm with my own best timing.
So I cope with challenges as positive opportunities
So I cope with challenges as positive opportunities
for extraordinary outcomes.
for extraordinary outcomes.
And that is all. We need anything more from orientation? We do not. We need an orientation modality? We do not. So it's part of the session. So back to the mandala. So for the group's highest and best, next we're going to look and thought it was going to be this. It's not. Problems and opportunities. Intentions are next. And guess what? I have 4 pages of intentions that you all provided. If you did not get an opportunity to provide some, again, don't worry. Speak it in your mind. But what's key for transformation, I've got. We're good. Okay. So we're going to start with this. We are quick sip of water. Throat chakra, about speaking your truth, being your authentic self, and new beginnings. So we got something stirred up right there. And maybe a little bit of allergies. Let's be real. Okay. So I asked a couple of different questions, and I couldn't focus on one energy to bring it together. So I did touch on Libra and I did touch on Virgo, which is the first time in the 12 years that I've done that. So it was just interesting going with that magical mind mystery thing and going with what felt right. So I asked 2 different questions. You might have answered both. You might have answered one. And again, it's all good. So when it came to Libra, I asked, how will you redirect your thoughts? Energy follows thoughts in ways that will change your relationship to others and to your life, allowing for greater freedom of being. And on the Virgo side, I said, trusting your inner knowing. What choices are you making as the best way to show up and shape your reality? And all that is with accepting the related responsibility. So I got lots and lots of responses. So I'm going to use this sheet for tracking what we're going to work with. So I'll do like sections because they're, like I said, I got 4 sheets of it. So for the group's highest and best, we need something here. We need this. Okay, I'm going to take another sip of water and let's check again. Because I saw 3 and there were only 2. All right. So we need something here. No, we need this. Say, I trust my inner guidance.
I trust my inner guidance
By loving self.
by loving self.
That's off. We need something here. We do. We need this, this, this. Say endurance.
Endurance.
That is off. We need something here. We need this. Say I start with a better diet and exercise.
I start with a better diet and exercise.
I do affirmations to reset thinking.
I do affirmations to reset thinking.
That is off. We need something here. We do. We need this. Say I pray.
I pray.
And that is off. We need something here. We need this. Say I enroll in courses.
I enroll in courses
That facilitate personal healing as I learn.
that facilitate personal healing as I learn.
That is off. Need something here. We don't. Next page. We need something here. We do. We need this. Say I rely on my intuition, free of doubt.
I rely on my intuition, free of doubt.
That is off. Need something here. I need this. Say I choose not to judge.
I choose not to judge.
Oh, we're on for that. Umbilically off. So in some part of our mind, we're thinking, yeah, that's totally me. I'm totally in for that. And then there's an unconscious pattern that's getting in the way of us actually not judging. And that's okay. The cool thing about this particular process is that we will also identify those unconscious things and get the opportunity to shift them. All right, we need something here. We do. We need this. We need this. Say, I choose to move forward with things in perspective.
I choose to move forward with things in perspective.
I choose to take self-responsibility.
I choose to take self-responsibility.
That's off for the moment. We need something here. We do. We need this. Say, I show up with a loving heart.
I show up with a loving heart.
That is off. We need something here. We need this. Say, I trust my intuition and release self-doubt.
I trust my intuition and release self-doubt.
That's off. Need something here. We need this. Say, I attune to my inner wisdom.
I attune to my inner wisdom.
That's off. Need something here. Okay. Next page. We need something here. We do. We need this. Oh, we came back to this in a different way. Say healthy food and regular, enjoyable exercise.
Healthy food and regular, enjoyable exercise.
And we're off. And if that doesn't in itself prove that we're all connected, I don't know what does. All right. We need something here. We do. We need this. Say daily meditation brings more mindfulness to me.
Daily meditation brings more mindfulness to me.
That is off. I need to say what I'm thinking right now. Yeah. For those of you that are new with the process, and even if you're not, maybe you need to hear this. If something is spoken that you don't feel like you fully resonate with, just know that there's some piece in there for you. And if, for example, meditation is not your thing, maybe it's jogging in the way you think when you jog. Maybe it's walking in nature. So know that it plays out for you in some way because it's playing out for the group, even if it's not a super direct thing, or maybe it's some unconscious thing that's coming up. So I trust in the process. I know that they're coming up because the group as a whole needs them. All right. We need something more here. We need this. Say, I allow flow in my writing and communication.
I allow flow in my writing and communication.
And that is off. Need something here. We need this. So interesting. It's almost always the last one in the little group I chose. All right. Say, I direct my thoughts.
I redirect my thoughts
by remaining open to ways to fix the problem. Rather than fear the problem. It's actually on again consciously, umbilically off. Okay. We need something here. We need this. Say, I move more and more into my body every day.
I move more and more into my body every day.
That is off. We need something here. We're doing this. Say, I open myself to new friends,
I open myself to new friends,
romance,
romance,
and business collaborations and partnerships.
and business collaborations and partnerships.
That is off. All right. Final page. We need something here. We need this. Say, I shift to more positive possibilities.
I shift to more positive possibilities.
That is off. We need something here. We need this. Say, I do one small task at a time.
I do one small task at a time.
That is off. All right. That's a lot of stuff that we're getting on for. We're going to come back to this when problems come up for us. So let's see what else we need as far as intentions for a new possibility in this section. We need something more from this section. Yes, we need something from B, from C, from D. Oh, you all like to talk in this session. All right. I'm going to write out there's a little precursor to the statement, and then I'm going to ask for your input. This is kind of exciting. This particular session is going its own route. Every session's different, I'll be honest. All right. So it's an interesting question. Here we go. What is the vision you want to live by for the rest of your life? What is the vision you want to live by for the rest of your life? Unmute your phones. Try to do it one at a time and speak slowly, please. I'll start. How about health, happiness, and service to others?
I'd say mine is similar to that. At this stage in my life, I'm really thinking about what is my legacy? What have I done to make the world a better place? And so I'm figuring that out.
So living your vision of leaving a positive legacy, perhaps?
Yes,
Does that
exactly.
work? Okay.
I have an idea for a nonprofit that would be something that I would consider.
Okay. And again, we'll keep it a little bit broad
Yeah.
for the group, but you have that in your field. So that's what you bring forward with the statement.
And also creative endeavors. Lasting things.
Got it. Okay. All right. Who else would like to add? What vision do you want to live by for the rest of your life?
More self-care before caring for others. Looking after me so that there's more me left over at the end of the day.
Okay.
I'd like to say living moment by moment, engaging with life as it unfolds.
Got it. Who else?
I'd like to say that because I'm still here, there's still opportunities waiting to be born in me. So keep moving forward.
Okay. Who else? Carol?
I'd like to say, oops, sorry, I hope I didn't cut
Go
somebody
ahead,
off.
Maria.
Peace, support, and flow in all aspects of my life and those of my children. just in all ways.
Okay. And Carol?
I am borrowing words, but it's to more consciously help weave the world and keep the weaving safe.
Okay. Who else?
I'll go. All the words came together, so I had to sort them out. An abundance of joy to gift and receive, and abundance of everything for everyone in whatever categories they choose.
Okay. We need to list more. We actually don't. So again, if you have something and it hasn't been spoken to the group, speak it out through your mind. All right. So checking with this list, there is something that is primary, or there are primaries, and there are. So it's not all of them. So it's this, 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 this. All right, so only 3 came up as primary. So that just means that's what the group needs to speak specifically for this transformation. And let me just check something. I can check these all together. I can. Okay. So it becomes one long sentence. Here we go, Joya. Say, I live my vision.
I live my vision
Of creative endeavors leaving a positive legacy.
of creative endeavors leaving a positive legacy,
Living moment by moment.
living moment by moment,
Engaging with life as it unfolds.
engaging with life as it unfolds,
Abundance of joy to give and receive.
abundance of joy to give and receive,
And abundance for all.
and abundance for all.
And I make sure
And I make sure
that my intentions are always aligned with my vision.
that my intentions are always aligned with my vision.
And that is off for the moment. That's pretty darn powerful, people. Woo! I don't know if you're feeling it, but I'm feeling it moving through me. So just if you feel a little spacey, a little headachy, a little any of those things, I want you to breathe and have a sip of water. Keep you grounded. Okay. And make sure you are on mute in case you decide to speak the statements aloud. We need something more from intentions. We do. We need something from C, from D. Commitment needed. All right, let's see what specifically we're talking about here. We need something from A, from B. It's about being 100% committed. We need to specify one of the intentions. No. So we're talking about them in general. And for the group, we need all these options. No, we need this, this, this. This, this, this. This. Okay. Joya, say, I am 100% committed
I am 100% committed
to manifest these intentions
to manifest these intentions
with patience and joy.
with patience and joy.
And I accept the divine plan for my life.
And I accept the divine plan for my life.
And that is off. All right, we need C, we don't. We need E, we don't. We need anything more from intentions. We do not. Back to the mandala. Another sip of water. All right, for the group, next we're going to look at problems into opportunities. And I have 4 pages of those as well. All right, because we want to work on with both sides of the coin, the dark and the light, the non-coherent and the coherent. all those different ways that we talk about things, right? So the questions that I ask to help reveal the problems from the Libra perspective is, what negative thoughts, beliefs, or perceptions limit your relationships with yourself and others and blocks communication? On the Virgo side, I asked, what are you resisting that hinders conscious co-creative change? All right, I'm going to go down the list. Here we go. We're definitely moving some stuff. Excuse me. All right, so we need something here. We need this. All right, here we go. Joya, say, I fall too fast.
I fall too fast.
And put the other person on a pedestal.
And put the other person on a pedestal.
Ignore red flags.
Ignore red flags.
And inequalities of attraction.
And inequalities of attraction.
That is off. That one is umbilically on, so that might be an unconscious thing we're dealing with. All right. We need something more here. We need this. Say, I need to fit in.
I need to fit in.
That is on. Need something here. We need something here. Yes, we need this. Say, I resist speaking my true beliefs.
I resist speaking my true beliefs.
That is on. We need something here. We need this. Say, resistance to actions.
Resistance to actions.
For positive physical changes.
For positive physical changes.
Like exercise and diet.
Like exercise and diet.
That is on. Okay, so that's the third time it's come up. So we all might be looking a little bit more at how we exercise in our life and what we might be eating. It's a key, something key coming on here. We need something more here. We need this. Say, I resist God's love.
I resist God's love.
That is on. And again, depending on your religion, that might be a different entity that shows up there. We need something more here. We need this. Say, it's safer to be alone.
It's safer to be alone.
That is on. We need something here. We need this. Say, I struggle with my sense of self.
I struggle with my sense of self.
And learning to love and accept myself.
And learning to love and accept myself.
That is on. We need this. We don't. All right. We need something here. We need this. Say, I feel unworthy of support.
I feel unworthy of support.
It is on. We need something here. We need this. Say, I'm surrounded by clutter, physically and mentally.
I am surrounded by clutter, physically and mentally.
That is on. We need this. We need something here. We need this. Say, I don't believe that others listen to me.
I don't believe that others listen to me.
And it's on. You're feeling it too, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
All right. We need something more here. We need this. This. Say, I resist my independence.
I resist my independence.
That is on. We need something here. What? We need this. Say, I put others first and neglect self.
I put others first and neglect self.
That is on. We need something here. We need this. We need this. Say, I'm not good enough.
I'm not good enough.
We are on for that. We need something here. We need this. Say, I resist trusting self.
I resist trusting self.
That is on. All right. Next page. We need something here. We need this. All right. Say, I feel shame from which I see myself.
I feel shame.
Over. I'm going to break it up differently. Say, I feel shame.
I feel shame.
From which I see myself as small, ugly, and unwanted.
From which I see myself as small, ugly, and unwanted.
And closed my throat chakra.
And closed my throat chakra.
That is on. All right. We need something more here. Oh, and I felt that in the pit of the stomach and the solar plexus. And we breathe and we have a sip of water. All right. We need something more here. We do. We need this, this, this. Say, I resist being open and trusting.
I resist being open and trusting.
That is on. We need something here. We need this, this, this. Say, I am in lack.
I am in lack.
And unable to energetically draw lots of money into my life. And unable.
Broke up a little. Can you repeat that?
I can. Say, let's start over. Say, I am in lack.
I am in lack.
And unable to energetically draw.
And unable to energetically draw.
Lots of money into my life.
Lots of money into my life.
Instead, I use my body in hard labor for a paycheck.
Instead, I use my body in hard labor for a paycheck.
That is on. Felt that in the heart. Need something more here. We do. We need this, this, this. Say, I am a victim.
I am a victim.
That is on. Need something here. Do we need this, this, this? Say, I am not heard or taken seriously.
I am not heard or taken seriously.
That is on. Need something here. We need this, this, this. There are parts of me that are offensive.
There are parts of me that are offensive.
We are on for that. We need something more here. We need this, this, this. Say, I run into communication roadblocks.
I run into communication roadblocks.
This is on. We need something here. We need this, this. Say, I'm not appreciated or acknowledged.
I am not appreciated or acknowledged.
That is on. We need something more here. We need this. We need this. I am not good enough.
I am not good enough.
And my very real limitations.
And my very real limitations.
Preclude me from receiving or participating in things.
Preclude me from
receiving
or participating in things.
That have nothing to do with those limitations.
That have nothing to do with those limitations.
That is on. Need something more here. We do. We need this, this, this. Say, I resist that I am capable and powerful.
I resist that I am capable and powerful.
And connected to all humanity.
And connected to all humanity.
That is on. We need that. All right. Got through our list. So let's see where we go next. I hope I closed my book. Let me put that back up. All right, we need something more here. We do. We need something from B, C, D, E, F, G, H, paper, shock addiction. I'm telling you, people, you like talking today. All right. What addiction needs to be identified that's in some way related to your issues, the issues we brought up today? What addiction needs to be identified?
My favorite one, that is my biggest one, the doing addiction.
×2.
For me, it's smoking.
Okay, got it. I'm going to throw one out there. Negative self-talk. What else?
Refusing to look life squarely in the eye as it is. I'm sorry, him. Refusing to look life squarely in the eye.
Okay, I'm getting that. I'm going to shift that a little bit. And we're simplifying. Addicted to not seeing.
I'll
You
take
need
it.
anything after that?
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. All right. And Caroline, I think you were going to say something.
Food and false protections. And
Food?
caffeine. False protections.
Okay, false protections. And then I missed the other word.
Caffeine.
Caffeine. Okay.
An insidious one.
All right. We need to list something more. We actually don't. So go ahead and mute yourself. I'm going to check we need all of these listed. We don't. So the key for today is this, it's this, it's this, it's this. Okay, interesting. We had one come up. Say, I am addicted to negative self-talk.
I am addicted to negative self-talk.
And we are on for that. And remember, that could be in your head, that could be out loud. All right, here we go. So that was H. We need something more here. So we're going to identify the opportunity that the problem offers. We need A, we need B. There's an underlying need that hasn't been met, which is part of the reason the problem shows up. So we're going to find out what that need is. And we have 5 different categories. So for the group, it's 1, it's 2, it's 3. The need to achieve your best, go beyond your limits, and manifest your potential is the one we're looking at. All right, so we'll come back to that. Right, so there are 12 different statements for the group. We're looking at 1 to 5, 1, 2. There's 3 options. We need more than one. We don't. It's the, okay. We're keeping it straightforward. Say, I manifest my potential.
I manifest my potential.
And that is all. All right, back to problems and opportunities. Okay, we need something more in this section. We do. We need C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Forgiveness is needed, and it's a group endeavor. So hold that thought. I'm going to ask you a question. All right. So the question is, who do you need to forgive and for what? And you can, again, keep it a little bit general, that your system knows the specifics. Who do you need to forgive and for what?
I need to forgive myself because I have abandoned myself.
Okay. What else? Who do you need to forgive and for what?
I need to forgive myself for the way my choices affected my children.
Okay. I'm going to throw one out there.
Okay.
And then I'll grab that one. I'm going to stick with myself for a moment. So forgiving myself for perfectionism, we'll put it that way. And all the harshness that goes with that.
Can I add, I'd like to forgive myself for needing others' approval.
Got it. Okay.
I need to forgive myself. Oops, I need to forgive myself for not standing up for myself.
Okay.
Now, this may tie into something other people said, and there's a whole lot around this, but I need to forgive myself for not going to my prom.
Did you say prom?
Yes, PROM.
Got it. I felt the heaviness in my heart on that one. Hold on one second. Excuse me. We need to list something more. We actually do. Does someone else have something that's waiting to come out?
I need to forgive my mom for not protecting me.
Got it. Okay. Need to list more. We actually do. What else?
I
Go ahead, Caroline.
need to forgive myself for participating in allowing myself to be taken advantage of and used.
I need to forgive myself for never learning
Wait.
how to
Wait. Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. Okay, now I'm ready.
I need to forgive myself for never having learned how to self-soothe.
And I think Maria had one as well.
Yes, thank you. I need to forgive myself
And we
for choosing
breathe.
to incarnate in this lifetime.
Okay, and breathe. Have a sip of water. And I'm going to go back to and breathe because I'm feeling, of course, the constriction that the emotions bring up. I just check. We need to list more. We actually don't. So I'm going to now check to see which statements are key for the group for this moment. So we need something here. We do. We need this. We need something here. We need this. We need this. We need this, and this. Okay, so 4 came up as primary. They can be checked together. Yes, they can. Okay, so I'm going to do these 3 and then that one. Yes, okay. Okay, so here we go. So say, I let go of my pain.
I let go of my pain
Associated with myself and perfectionism.
associated with myself and perfectionism,
Needing others' approval.
needing others' approval,
And not being able to self-soothe.
and not being able to self-soothe.
And I let go of my pain associated with my mom for not protecting me.
And I let go of my pain associated with my mother for not protecting me.
And I open my heart to love and trust.
And I open my heart to love and trust.
And that is all. And I'm just going to put out there, it might be mom, it might be dad, it might be sibling, but mom represents somebody in the family. All right. Okay. That was some heavy energy. So I want you to just breathe for a moment, have a sip of water, make sure you're present in your body. And if you're not, it's kind of okay, but I'm going to try to bring you back to the moment. We need something from D. We need anything more from problems and opportunities. We do not. So for the group's highest and best, we need something from a repatterning. We're actually looking at our spiral up tool now. So our modality to help shift this resonance. In fact, we're looking for the modality that will anchor this shift of resonance, this higher vibration we've created. And it's something from process, from sound, from color light, from movement, it's a breath. Okay, I have 27 different breaths. So for the group, the one that is most beneficial in the moment is something 1 to 10. It's 1. 1 is the slow, gentle breath. Okay. So I'm going to tell you a little about it, and then we're going to do it. So this slow, gentle, relaxed breathing is the basic breath that recharges and relaxes our body, our emotions, and our mind. This is a good breath to do when you want to re-energize and relax. When you want to be centered within yourself before moving out into the world and handling your life. When you're in a tense situation with highly charged feelings and you need to stay calm. When you need to balance your polarities, your masculine and feminine, outward, inward, yang and yin. We re-energize ourselves on the inhale, the masculine, expansive yang, and we relax deeply on the exhale, the feminine, letting go, yin. When you move back into sync with your optimal frequency range, you may observe that you suddenly take a deep breath, followed by a sigh, and the slow, gentle breathing. The deep breath and sigh is a sign that you are releasing tension and stress and coming back into rhythm with yourself once more. And so the way we do this, we're going to breathe gently in and out through the nose. You can actually play with that a little bit. You can go in through the nose, out through the mouth, etc. Feel into it. What feels most energizing and yet relaxing? As we inhale, we're going to expand our ribs and our chest up to the higher chest gently. And as we exhale, we're going to let that release, relax, and then we're going to do a gentle pull in with the tummy. So we have a full breath, even though it's a gentle breath. Okay, so I'm going to talk us through it as we do it. So everyone, let's just inhale through the nose. Exhaling. Gentle pull up with the tummy. Inhale, expanding the sides, the front, the upper chest. Exhaling, allow everything to deflate, relax, and then a gentle pull in with the tummy. Inhaling and expanding. Exhaling and relaxing. Inhale, we energize. Exhale, we relax and let go. Continuing this inhale, expansion. And the exhale, release. Inhale, energize. Exhale, relax. I'm showing this is complete. It is. So when you're doing that on your own, talk about a great self-soothing method. Just going to bring that out since it's one of our statements that came up. So you want to continue that gentle breath until it flows easily and you easily and naturally, and you feel that sense of relaxation, yes, yet really in the moment energized. So super simple, do it anywhere, anytime, right? So a lot of these modalities are so powerful because they are yours to use once you leave the session. So they come up for a reason in a group session. Another modality is needed. Now we're going to go back to the statements and recheck them. We're going to start with the orientation statements at the beginning. We are. All right, I'm going to have another sip of water before we get started. It's a good idea for everyone. If you got water, have a sip. All right. So Joya, starting with the first statement. Say, I have confidence in myself.
I have confidence in myself.
And I trust my inner knowing.
And I trust my inner knowing.
I love myself and others.
I love myself and others.
And I feel loved by others.
And I feel loved by others.
Nice, strong on. Yay. All right. Say, I appreciate my tenaciousness.
I appreciate my tenaciousness.
That is on. Yay. Say, I appreciate that I follow through and follow up.
I appreciate that I follow through and follow up.
That is on. Say, I appreciate my kindness and caring.
I appreciate my kindness and caring.
And being more sensitive to others' needs and feelings.
And being more sensitive to others' needs and feelings.
That is on. Say, I appreciate that I'm getting stronger with my boundaries.
I appreciate that I'm getting stronger with my boundaries.
And being respected.
And being respected.
That is on. Say, I appreciate that I'm walking through my fear.
I appreciate that I'm walking through my fear.
That is on. All right. Say, I feel welcomed, loved, and accepted.
I feel welcomed, loved, and accepted.
My presence brings pleasure to others.
My presence brings pleasure to others.
I welcome others with pleasure.
I welcome others with pleasure.
That is on. Say, we pulse together for trust and understanding.
We pulse together for trust and understanding,
Bonding with love.
bonding with love,
And attaining a higher state of vitality and joy.
and attaining a higher state of vitality and joy.
That is on. Say, I pace myself.
I pace myself,
Staying in rhythm with my own best timing.
staying in rhythm with my own best timing,
So I cope with challenges as positive opportunities
so I cope with challenges as positive opportunities
for extraordinary outcomes.
for extraordinary outcomes.
That is on. All right. And then we move to the intentions. Oops. Threw them on the floor, picking them up. Here we go. All right. So say, I trust my inner guidance by loving self.
I trust my inner guidance by loving self.
That is on. Say, endurance.
Endurance.
On. Yay. Say, I start with a better diet and exercise.
I start with a better diet and exercise.
Do affirmations to reset thinking.
Do affirmations to reset thinking.
That is on. Say, I pray.
I pray.
That is on. I enroll in courses that facilitate personal healing as I learn.
I enroll in courses that facilitate personal healing as I learn.
That is on. Yay. Say, I rely on my intuition free of doubt.
I rely on my intuition free of doubt.
That is on. This one's umbilical, so that means it's an unconscious piece. Say, I choose not to judge.
I choose not to judge.
That is umbilically on. Yay. Say, I choose to move forward with things in perspective.
I choose to move forward with things in perspective.
I choose to take self-responsibility.
I choose to take self-responsibility.
That is on. Say, I show up with a loving heart.
I show up with a loving heart.
Yay, that's on. I trust my intuition and release self-doubt.
I trust my intuition and release self-doubt.
Yay. Say, I attune to my inner wisdom.
I attune to my inner wisdom.
That is on. Yay. Say, healthy food and regular, enjoyable exercise.
Healthy food and regular, enjoyable exercise.
That is on. Say, daily meditation brings more mindfulness to me.
Daily meditation brings more mindfulness to me.
That is on. Say, I allow flow in my writing and communication.
I allow flow in my writing and communication.
That is on. This one's umbilical. Say, I redirect my thoughts.
I redirect my thoughts
by remaining open to ways to fix the problem.
By remaining open to ways to fix the problem.
Rather than fear the problem.
Rather than fear the problem.
Umbilically on. So good. Again, addressing it at an unconscious level as well. Say, I move more and more into my body every day.
I move more and more into my body every day.
Yay, that's on. Say, I open myself to new friends, romance.
I open myself to new friends, romance.
And business collaborations and partnerships.
And business collaborations and partnerships.
That is on. Yay. Say, I shift to more positive possibilities.
I shift to more positive possibilities.
On. Yay. Say, I do one small task at a time.
I do one small task at a time.
Yay. Oh, and by the way, I am your personal cheerleader. You might have noticed that already. All right, that was our intention statement. Let's see what's next. Oh, then it was our vision. All right, everybody got to play. Say, I live my vision of creative endeavors, leaving a positive legacy.
I live my vision of creative endeavors, leaving a positive legacy.
Living moment by moment.
Living moment by moment.
engaging with life as it unfolds,
engaging with life as it unfolds,
and abundance of joy to give and receive,
an abundance of joy to give and receive,
and abundance for all.
and abundance for all.
And I make sure that my intentions
And I make sure that my intentions
are always aligned with my vision.
are always aligned with my vision.
Yay, that is on. All right. Say, I am 100% committed
I am 100% committed
to manifesting these intentions with patience and joy.
to manifesting these intentions with patience and joy.
And I accept the divine plan for my life.
And I accept the divine plan for my life.
Yay, that is on. And then we moved into problems and opportunities, and I'm going back to the sheet again. This first one was umbilical or unconscious. Say, I fall too fast
I fall too fast
and put the other person on a pedestal.
and put the other person on a pedestal.
Ignore red flags
Ignore red flags
and inequalities of attraction.
and inequalities of attraction.
Cleared, yay. Say, I need to fit in.
I need to fit in.
Cleared. Say, I resist speaking my true beliefs.
I resist speaking my true beliefs.
Cleared. Say, resistance to action for positive physical changes,
Resistance to action for positive physical changes,
like exercise and diet.
like exercise and diet.
Cleared. Say, I resist God's love.
I resist God's love.
Cleared. Say, it's safer to be alone.
It's safer to be alone.
Cleared. Say, I struggle with my sense of self
I struggle with my sense of self
and learning to love and accept myself.
and learning to love and accept myself.
Cleared. Yay. All right. Say, I feel unworthy of support.
I feel unworthy of support.
Cleared. Say, I'm surrounded by clutter physically and mentally.
I am surrounded by clutter physically and mentally.
Cleared. Yay. Say, I don't believe that others listen to me.
I don't believe that others listen to me.
Cleared. Say, I resist my independence.
I resist my independence.
Cleared. Say, I put others first and neglect self.
I put others first and neglect self.
Cleared. Say, I'm not good enough.
I'm not good enough.
Cleared. Yay. Say, I resist trusting self.
I resist trusting self.
Cleared. Yay. All right. Say, I feel shame,
I feel shame,
from which I see myself as small, ugly, and unwanted.
from which I see myself as small, ugly, and unwanted,
And closed my throat chakra.
and close my throat chakra.
Cleared. Yay. Whew. Nice weight lifted off the heart. Say, I resist being I resist being open and trusting.
I resist being open and trusting.
Cleared. Say, I am in lack
I am in lack
and unable to energetically draw
and unable to energetically draw
lots of money into my life.
lots of money into my life.
Instead, I use my body in hard labor for a paycheck.
Instead, I use my body in hard labor for a paycheck.
Cleared. Yay. Say, I am a victim.
I am a victim.
Cleared. Say, I'm not heard or taken seriously.
I'm not heard or taken seriously.
Cleared. Say, there are parts of me that are offensive.
There are parts of me that are offensive.
Cleared. Yay. Okay, I know this. Hold on, there's another page here. There we go. All right. Say, I run into communication roadblocks.
I run into communication roadblocks.
Cleared. Say, I'm not appreciated or acknowledged.
I'm not appreciated or acknowledged.
Cleared. I'm not good enough.
I'm not good enough.
And my very real limitations
And my very real limitations
preclude me from receiving or participating in things
preclude me from receiving or participating in things
that have nothing to do with those limitations.
that have nothing to do with those limitations.
Cleared. Last problem statement. Say, I resist that I am capable and powerful
I resist that I am capable and powerful
and connected to all humanity.
and connected to all humanity.
Cleared. Yay. All right. Whew. I'm going to have a quick sip of water. And then we moved to the addiction that was related. Say, I am addicted to negative self-talk.
I am addicted to negative self-talk.
Cleared. Yay. And then we were looking at our best, our potential. Say, I manifest my potential.
I manifest my potential.
That was the underlying need from the problems. And then our final statement, this was our forgiveness piece. Say, I let go of my pain associated with myself and perfectionism.
I let go of my pain associated with myself and perfection,
with needing others' approval, and for not being able to self-soothe.
And
I let go of my pain associated with my mom for not protecting me.
I let go of my pain associated with my mom for not protecting me.
And I open my heart to love and trust.
Nice,
solid on. Yay. All right. So checking the group. There's something more needed for this session. No, this session is complete. Woo. All right. So I'm going to share some things. You may be wondering, how do I know that I've experienced a shift, right? Well, number one, I'm going to venture to guess that at the very least, you're going to feel a little more relaxed. But let me tell you 3 different ways you can watch for it. And I want you to be the witness, because it may be small, subtle shifts, or it might be large, magical shifts, okay? So 3 different ways. Maybe it's personal coherence that shifts. You personally just feel better. You feel more energized. You feel more relaxed. Maybe you want to go take a nap, but you wake up feeling great, right? The second one might be awareness coherence shifts. You are aware that, things still happen. We still live in this world. We're still human. And yet you can see the benefits of the things that happen around you. You can see the silver lining. You're aware that you're bigger than the things that happen in your life. And then the third would be relationship coherence. Maybe you notice that you're relating differently to others, or others are relating differently to you, or support shows up in unexpected ways. So relationships, so awareness, personal, and relationship coherence. Watch for it, be the witness. And it is super, super powerful that when you notice those things, you just put your gratitude out there, because you're going to draw more of that to you. All right, let's see. Care for yourself. Talk about self-soothing. This is self-care. When we do work, especially when we do work together, it's big. Exponential energy. It doesn't mean it's going to crush you. If you do end up feeling a little crappy, you're just detoxing. It's okay. The main thing that I say is drink plenty of water. Okay, say 2 things. Drink plenty of water and be really gentle with yourself over the next 24 hours or so. Allow yourself time to integrate, right? If you do have to do things, just be conscious that you still need to care for yourself, okay? Questions? Wait, let me see. Is there anything more I want to say? Let me say one more thing, and then I want to just open it up to everybody. I keep saying one more thing, and it's more than one. You're with me, right? All right. So this is powerful work. Group work is beautiful, powerful work. And if you're drawn to do individual work because there's some piece that's just yours that you want to delve a little deeper, I am available for individual sessions, and I give you an amazing discount for being part of this group. So rather than $125, it's $80 for a session. So just keep that in mind. And I allow you up to 3 at that extremely discounted rate. So just keep that in mind. If you want to explore further, please reach out. Know that this Mercury retrograde, as long as Kaylin and I are feeling it, which I'm thinking it might go for a while because we're needing it, we're going to keep up this free group repatterning. The other thing is I want to let you know that I am looking at exploring something new with my business with the Women Who Risk. So this is mostly geared towards the women at this point, and doing a similar thing to what we did today with the Mercury repatterning, but bringing it into more of a forum setup. So there'd be a little more facilitated discussion, but we'll also have the opportunity through that discussion to bring up issues that we want to shift and intentions that we want to set, and then do an energetic modality to help anchor that. And there, it'll be a themed thing. So I'm looking at doing that monthly. It's in development. I'm actually looking at, once I send you all your recording for today's session, there will be a follow-up email that'll go out to my whole list that gives you an opportunity to help inform what those themes may be or what things we talk about first. So I'm going to give you a list of these ideas that I have, just a little quick survey. So it'll take you a couple of minutes so that you can be part of what moves Women Who Risk forward. So I want you, even if, no matter which direction you go, and it'll be a group rate. So it's a really reasonable rate as well. So I wanted to plant that seed because I'm so excited about taking the business in this direction and really bringing groups together to make these really evocative shifts like we're doing today. So having said all of that, I think that's all that I have for the moment. Kaylin, is there anything you wanted to throw out there before we open it up to group questions and comments?
Love this so much. Thank you, Terry. You're awesome.
It feels amazing. You guys, I've got energy just pulsing through my body. It feels fabulous. So thank you all for bringing yourselves forward to do this work together. All right. This time I mean it for real. Are there any questions or comments? And no is an okay answer.
Thank you.
You are so welcome. So welcome.
I just want to say that I used to do some of this work like 30 years ago. It was called something else, and it is so cool to be able to do this again. And I love how it's evolved over the 30 years. And like I said, I can't remember what it was. And
holographic repatterning.
Yeah, well, no, but what it used to be called in a different version of what you're doing today. And it just, thank you very much. Exactly what I needed. So I'm happy to have been here. Thank you.
Yay. So
Lori Ray, was it holographic repatterning?
Yeah, because now it's called resonance repatterning.
Well, no, because there was a kinesiology one-on-one that
could have been another modality, similar.
Yeah,
there's
that's what I'm saying.
several.
Yeah. All right. Anything else? Well, we almost exactly got our hour and a half. So sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. So happy for that as well. Thank you all really so much. Be gentle with yourselves, drink lots of water, and know that you've made a change in the world today, right? Y'all take care. Bye.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Terry. Thank you, Kaylin.
Yes, thank you all.
You too, Joya, for being the voice.
Yes, thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye.